People say prostitution is a choice. So, is it? Most of us have heard the stories. Millions of women and children forced into prostitution through human trafficking. We're aware of it. We feel the weight of it. But there's another question that doesn't get asked enough. What about those who weren't trafficked? Did they freely choose this life? Are they as empowered and independent as we're often told? Or is there something deeper going on? When we talk about choice, we usually imagine freedom, options, control, alternatives. But for many people in prostitution, that's not the reality. Research and first-hand accounts from across the world paint a very different picture, one where prostitution is often described as the choice of those with the fewest choices. Many enter from positions of vulnerability, poverty, homelessness, family breakdown, mental illness, abuse, and so much more. Some enter as children, sometimes as young as 12. And long before that choice is ever made, many have already experienced abuse or neglect. But if a decision is shaped by survival, trauma, or lack of alternatives, and then, can we really call it a free choice? Around 84% of people in prostitution have experienced homelessness at some point in their lives. For many, this isn't about chasing something better. It's about avoiding something worse. One woman described her reality like this. Her choices were simple: sell her body or face hunger and homelessness. That wasn't a moment of freedom. It was a moment of survival. Another assumption is that many people operate on their own terms. But in reality, a large percentage are under some form of control. Estimates suggest that up to 90% are connected to pimps or traffickers, and even those who start independently often become controlled over time. This control isn't always visible. It can be psychological, emotional, social. Over time, it builds a system where leaving feels out of reach. But from the outside, it can still look like a voluntary situation. And then, what's really happening stays hidden beneath the surface. What's often left out of the conversation is the level of danger. Across multiple countries, studies have found 73% have been physically assaulted, 64% threatened with weapons, 57% raped, many multiple times. This isn't rare. It's something many face repeatedly. And over time, that kind of environment creates constant fear, not just physical, but psychological. Fear becomes part of daily life. Here's something that changes the way we see everything. 89% of people in prostitution say they want to escape. But wanting to leave and being able to leave are two very different things. Without support, leaving can mean losing the only way to survive, falling back into homelessness, facing even greater instability than before. So many stay, not because they want to, but because leaving can feel even more dangerous than staying. And then there's something less visible, but just as powerful: stigma. The way society sees people in prostitution doesn't just disappear when they try to leave. It follows them. Judgment, rejection, being seen only through their past. That pressure can shut doors before they even open. But if leaving means stepping into a world that won't accept you, and then staying can begin to feel like the only place left to go. So, is prostitution a choice? In some cases, it might look that way. But when you look closer, at homelessness, vulnerability, control, violence, and stigma, it becomes harder to see it as a simple decision. Maybe the question isn't whether a choice exists, but how limited that choice really was. Like the video and subscribe to Reason Loop if you want to uncover more of the hidden reasons behind the world.